Hey guys, welcome back. This is the last lesson of the week, and I'm so glad you joined us. Okay, so let's review real quick. On Monday, we talked about not being in the dark, meaning reading your word, seeking God in prayer, and learning about Christ. That way you're not limited by your own knowledge. And Wednesday, we talked about not living for pleasure, as in not just doing what feels right in excess, because if there's no boundaries, there's no guidelines, you're going to be miserable at the end of it. And today, we're going to talk about putting on your new self, right? It's one thing learning about Jesus, learning the facts, and not changing anything, because we can all learn facts about something, but if we don't really dive into it, into the meat of things, then we really don't understand what exactly we read. For example, I could be reading my notes and my mind could just start wandering, and I read it, quote unquote, but my mind was thinking about something else, like donuts, right? We talked about donuts. Donuts are life, but you cannot have a lot. So one of the things that the Lord wants you to do is not only know about Jesus, but actively seek Jesus. So we're going to go to Ephesians chapter 4, verse 20 to 24. And it says, "But that is not how you learned about the Messiah, assuming you heard about him and were taught by him, because the truth is in Jesus. You took off your former way of life, the old self that is corrupted by deceitful desires. You are being renewed in the spirit of your minds. You put on a new self, the one created according to God's likeness in righteousness and in purity of the truth." Meaning that not only have you discovered Jesus, or you found Jesus, or he found you, however you want to see it, but now you're starting to remove things that you know that are kind of creating a gap or keeping you further away from the Lord. And we talked about maybe you're spending too much time playing video games, too much time on social media. Those hours that you spend on that create this gap between you and the Lord, especially if you don't spend any time reading your word or praying or even listening to these devotionals, right? I'm not saying that you must listen to our devotionals, but when you just take the time to hear these little verses, these little nuggets, eventually they add up and you end up learning a lot more than you think. So as you learn from the Lord, you pull away these layers, these things that are bad. And even the Bible says that you are removing these corrupted, deceitful desires, meaning that you have things that you want to do, whether you think they're good or bad, but they're corrupted, as in you came up with these ideas with your limited knowledge, and they're not good. Meaning that once the light shows up, once the Lord reveals the truth, you see, oh, this is not good. We'll go back to the donuts, right? Once I told you, hey, donuts have no nutritional value, it's tons of sugar, and eventually can lead to health problems. Once you know that, if you still continue to eat the bag of donuts, you feel the shame, but then you know it leads to something bad. But the Lord shows up and reveals that to you, and you're like, oh, I need to let go of donuts, maybe one donut a month or something like that. But you learn the truth, and you start removing the things that keep you away from the Lord. So thank you guys for just sticking around. I pray that you took the challenges, that you read your word, that you started praying, and you started curbing your hours that you spend online or playing video games, because it's only going to help you, right? Your knowledge of the Lord not only will grow, but your relationship will grow. And I really hope that you guys continue to pursue and challenge yourself to grow. Don't just stop at reading one chapter a day of the Bible. Try and grow. Try and read 5 a day. Try keep going. Before you know it, you're going to read the whole Bible in a year, or maybe sooner. So I really hope you take your relationship with the Lord to a new level in 2020. It's been a crazy year, but we're going to come out on top. Bless you. Bye.